Hello and welcome to Kubby TV. This is Steve Kubby, your host, and today I'm going to kind of rant about voter initiatives. I got this email today. We're doing an initiative for 2014 statewide. We want your support. They have a 25-page initiative. I mean, Prop 215 was one page. It changed the world. 25 pages? Well, here's the thing for me. If you watched the Dennis Perone interview the other day, it was very inspiring, and it inspired me because Dennis said we don't have to make concessions to the establishment. We have the votes. And I started thinking about that. You know, here in South Lake Tahoe, we just have the greatest town ever. I mean, the people are fantastic. The businesses are fantastic. Lake Tahoe is certainly one of the most beautiful spots on earth. We have this city council that doesn't resemble the rest of us in any way. I mean, most of us are athletic, most of us are skiers or boarders, most of us love the outdoors. And the people that run this city council are old, extremely overweight, and they don't reflect the thinking or the attitudes of the rest of us. So I looked up the election results for 2012, and Prop 19, the California initiative that was billed as full legalization, passed 58-42 here in South Lake. Now, virtually everywhere around us, from Reno to El Dorado County to Placer County, all those other areas, I can't include Reno because they actually supported medical marijuana, but the neighboring counties, the cow counties here in what we refer to as Calabama or Redneckistan, these people all voted predominantly, heavily against Prop 19 and legalization. But here in South Lake Tahoe, it's a very different mentality because of the skiing and the outdoor activities, and people supported it 58-42. So we're stuck with this city council that has closed down all the shops except for one, won't allow any new shops, and perpetuates this nonsense that they represent the will of the voters, they represent the attitudes and values of the community. BS. Anyway, I got so annoyed over the situation, and I was so inspired by talking to my old friend Dennis Perone. So I just decided to write an initiative that didn't make any effort at all to acknowledge or kiss ass to the establishment, and was just for us. Let me give you an example. Why should dispensaries be required in South Lake Tahoe to get business licenses when the city council has used business licenses as a weapon to try to take away the rights of patients as provided by law, and to reduce their options to one shop? No, that's just not right. So they shouldn't be required to get business licenses, and that'll teach the city council to stop using their powers as a weapon to hold back sick, disabled, and dying people who need their medicine. So today, I actually submitted my voter initiative to the city clerk. They have 10 business days to file a title and summary. And, you know, it didn't cost me anything. There's no fee for this. Now, at some point in the next 6 months after they approve my initiative, 6 months, That's a long period of time. Sometime within 6 months, we have to get 856 signatures, 10% of the voters here in South Lake Tahoe. And then we're in. If we can get double that amount, if we can get 20%, that'd be, like 1,700 voters. We can demand a special election within 90 days of qualifying for the ballot. And I can tell you, the city of South Lake Tahoe does not have the money to do a special election. So we'll certainly be in a position to dictate terms to our former tormentors on the city council. So it's in their hands. They have 10 days to review my initiative, to summarize what the initiative will do, and then that gets published. And then there's 3 stores here in South Lake Tahoe, 2 Raley's and 1 Safeway. I figure if we get a team at each store, we can get all these signatures in a weekend. If we can't, we got 6 months. Gosh, I wish I had that kind of time frame when we do a state initiative. But here's the thing. This is something anyone can do. And I'm making my initiative available on my Facebook page, and to anyone that wants to email me at steve@kubby.com, so that you can just copy my initiative, because my initiative is an initiative that is 100% for us and 0% for all the haters and all the prohibitionists and all the social conservatives that are clogging up our political system right now. I resent that these people have hijacked the powers of the city council to pass an ordinance that requires $1,000 a day penalty if they don't like what you're doing in terms of growing pot in your house. Shut off your power. They require that you register publicly as someone that is growing marijuana in their house. I mean, aside from your risk of being robbed by anyone who wants to check the records and see who's got a stash of pot, there's the issue of Fifth Amendment protection that's being denied right now by the city council, requiring that you register with them, that you file plans of what your grow room looks like with the building department. I mean, this is absolutely unconstitutional, unconscionable, and unacceptable. So we're going to change that here in South Lake Tahoe. And I invite you to consider changing it in your town. Forget about statewide initiatives. I've met with the funders. Remember, I'm the guy that raised the $500,000 to put Prop 215 on the ballot. So I have a personal relationship with these funders, and I can tell you they're not going to put a penny into an initiative for 2014. They're going to wait till 2016 and get the extra 3-point bounce that we get naturally when we go for cannabis initiative in a presidential election year. And these funders, they all play the numbers, they all play the odds, and they're not going to put down any money in 2014. So it's a complete waste of effort to do a statewide initiative. And 25 pages, I mean, whose side are you on, guys? Here's what I suggest. Make it local. Look at your city council, just as I've looked at mine, and ask yourself, do these people really reflect the wishes of the voters? I mean, it's easy enough to get online and look up voting records and see how your town voted. I mean, when we have a town where 58% vote for full legalization, we have the votes. We don't need any help whatsoever from the establishment, from the public serpents, from the city council. We don't need their help whatsoever. We can act on our own to pass these local initiatives to open up dispensaries, open up the rights and opportunities for patients. These are all things that we can do at home. And like I said, there's no fee. I don't know what it is, what the rules are in your town, but South Lake Tahoe, I mean, they tend to follow the generic standard practices of other towns. So my guess is that it'll either be free or very inexpensive to file a citywide initiative where you live. And just think, if we had hundreds of these citywide initiatives liberating California and the rest of the country, one city at a time, that would be like a wildfire spreading across the whole country. But right now, I'm concerned about California. I mean, Colorado and Washington have passed the legalization initiatives, and now they're finding that those initiatives are riddled with problems and serious issues that need to be addressed. So we need to do it differently here in California. And what I would suggest is that 2014 is the year of local politics. And when we passed all of these initiatives in 2014, then we will truly be poised for a victory statewide in 2016. This has been Steve Kubby with Kubby TV, Pot TV, Cannabis Culture, and I'm wishing you a happy and prosperous 420 day.
So heavy where I stand.